What if the greatest technological achievements of humanity were not created in the modern era, but thousands of years ago by civilizations we barely understand? Picture this, a device so advanced it could predict the movements of the stars, yet it was crafted over 2,000 years ago, or a weapon so powerful it could set entire fleets ablaze, but its formula has been lost to time. These are not the inventions of science fiction, they are real, and they are just the beginning. Welcome to a journey through the mysteries of the ancient world, where we uncover 30 lost technologies that defy our understanding of history. From the precision of ancient engineering to the secrets of forgotten sciences, these marvels challenge everything we think we know about the past. How did civilizations with no access to modern tools or knowledge create such wonders? And why were these groundbreaking technologies lost, only to be rediscovered centuries later? In this video, we will explore artifacts and inventions that have puzzled historians, scientists, and archaeologists for generations. Each one tells a story of ingenuity, ambition, and mystery, a story that forces us to rethink the capabilities of our ancestors. By the end, you'll not only marvel at these ancient achievements, but also question what else might be hidden in the shadows of history, waiting to be uncovered. So, are you ready to step into the unknown and discover the secrets of the ancients? Let's begin. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most astonishing artifacts ever uncovered from the ancient world, the Antikythera Mechanism. Discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera in the early 20th century, this intricate device has baffled researchers for decades. At first glance, it appeared to be nothing more than a corroded lump of bronze and wood, but upon closer inspection, scientists realized they were looking at something extraordinary, a complex system of gears and dials, often referred to as the world's first analog computer. Dating back to around 100 to 200 years before the Common Era, the Antikythera Mechanism was designed to predict astronomical events with remarkable precision. It could track the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, forecast eclipses, and even calculate the dates of ancient athletic games like the Olympics. Imagine holding a device in your hands that could tell you when the next lunar eclipse would occur over 2,000 years ago. The level of sophistication is staggering, especially when you consider that nothing even remotely similar would appear again until the 14th century. But here's the real mystery. How did the ancient Greeks develop such advanced technology? The Antikythera Mechanism required an understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and engineering that seems far beyond the capabilities of its time. Some experts believe it may have been the work of a genius inventor, perhaps inspired by earlier Babylonian or Egyptian knowledge. Others suggest it could have been part of a larger tradition of mechanical devices that were lost to history. What makes this artifact even more intriguing is the fact that no other examples of similar technology have been found. It's as if the Antikythera Mechanism was a glimpse into a world of ancient innovation that we've only just begun to uncover. Could there have been other devices like it, lost to time or still hidden beneath the earth? And if so, what does that tell us about the true capabilities of ancient civilizations? The Antikythera Mechanism is more than just a relic. It's a testament to the ingenuity of the ancient world and a reminder that history is far more complex than we often assume. As we continue to unravel its secrets, one thing is clear. This ancient computer challenges our understanding of technological progress and leaves us wondering what other marvels might still be waiting to be discovered. Next, we'll explore another ancient wonder that has fascinated historians and scientists alike: the legendary Damascus Steel, a material so strong and sharp that its secrets were lost for centuries. How did ancient blacksmiths create such a remarkable alloy, and why has it proven so difficult to replicate? Let's find out. Now, let's shift our focus to another marvel of ancient craftsmanship: Damascus Steel. Renowned for its incredible strength, sharpness, and distinctive wavy patterns, this legendary material was the backbone of some of the most formidable weapons in history. Swords forged from Damascus steel were not only deadly in battle, but also works of art, admired for their beauty and durability. But what made this steel so extraordinary, and why did its secrets vanish for centuries? The origins of Damascus steel trace back to the Middle East, where it was first produced as early as 300 years before the Common Era. The steel was named after the city of Damascus, a major trading hub where these blades were highly prized. What set Damascus steel apart was its unique combination of hardness and flexibility, a rare balance that allowed swords to retain a razor-sharp edge while resisting shattering in combat. This was achieved through a complex manufacturing process that involved folding and forging layers of steel with varying carbon content, creating a material that was both tough and resilient. But the true secret of Damascus steel lies in its composition. Ancient blacksmiths used a type of high carbon steel known as woots, which was imported from India. The woots ingots were melted and combined with specific trace elements, possibly including vanadium and other rare metals, which contributed to the steel's unique properties. The blades were then repeatedly heated, folded, and hammered, a process that not only strengthened the metal, but also produced the mesmerizing patterns that became the hallmark of Damascus steel. For centuries, the exact techniques used to create Damascus steel remained a closely guarded secret, passed down through generations of skilled artisans. However, by the 18th century, the knowledge was lost. Historians believe that the depletion of the specific ores used in woot steel, combined with the decline of traditional blacksmithing practices, led to the disappearance of this ancient craft. In modern times, scientists and metallurgists have tried to recreate Damascus steel, but the results have been mixed. While some have succeeded in replicating the distinctive patterns, the exact combination of strength, flexibility, and sharpness of the original has proven elusive. Advanced technologies, such as electron microscopy, have revealed that the ancient steel contained carbon nanotubes, a discovery that has only deepened the mystery of how such advanced nanotechnology could have been achieved over 1,000 years ago. The story of Damascus steel is a testament to the ingenuity of ancient metallurgists and a reminder of how much we still have to learn from the past. It challenges our assumptions about the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations and leaves us wondering what other secrets might still be hidden in the annals of history. Next, we'll delve into another ancient innovation that has stood the test of time: Roman concrete. How did the Romans create a building material so durable that some of their structures still stand strong today, while modern concrete crumbles after just a few decades? Let's uncover the secrets of this ancient engineering marvel. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most enduring legacies of ancient engineering: Roman concrete. While modern concrete often crumbles after just a few decades, Many Roman structures, like the Pantheon and the Colosseum, have stood strong for over 2,000 years. What made Roman concrete so remarkably durable, and why did this revolutionary technology fade into obscurity after the fall of the Roman Empire? The secret to Roman concrete lies in its unique composition. Unlike modern concrete, which relies heavily on Portland cement, Roman concrete was made using a mixture of lime, volcanic ash, and small rocks or rubble. The volcanic ash, known as pozzolana, was a key ingredient that gave the concrete its extraordinary strength and longevity. When mixed with lime and water, the volcanic ash created a chemical reaction that not only hardened the material, but also made it resistant to cracking and erosion over time. One of the most fascinating aspects of Roman concrete is its ability to self-heal. When cracks form, rainwater seeps into the material and reacts with the lime and volcanic ash, creating new minerals that fill the gaps and restore the concrete's integrity. This self-repairing property is something modern scientists are still striving to replicate. The Romans didn't just stumble upon this formula by chance. They were meticulous engineers who understood the properties of their materials. They sourced volcanic ash from specific regions, such as the area around Mount Vesuvius, where the ash had the ideal chemical composition. This attention to detail allowed them to create structures that could withstand earthquakes, harsh weather, and the test of time. So, why did this groundbreaking technology disappear? The fall of the Roman Empire played a significant role. As the empire declined, so did the infrastructure and knowledge needed to produce Roman concrete. The precise techniques and sourcing of materials were lost, and with them, the ability to recreate this ancient marvel. It wasn't until the 19th century that modern concrete, using Portland cement, became widely used, but it still doesn't match the durability of its Roman predecessor. Today, researchers are studying Roman concrete to unlock its secrets, hoping to develop more sustainable and long-lasting building materials. The Pantheon, with its massive, unreinforced dome, remains a testament to the ingenuity of Roman engineers and a reminder of how much we can learn from the past. Next, we'll explore another ancient mystery, Greek fire. What was this fearsome weapon that gave the Byzantine Empire a decisive edge in naval warfare? And why does its formula remain a secret to this day? Let's dive into the flames of history to uncover the truth. Now, let's step into the fiery world of ancient warfare with one of history's most enigmatic weapons, Greek fire. This mysterious incendiary substance was the Byzantine Empire's ultimate weapon, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies and giving them a decisive edge in naval battles. But what exactly was Greek fire, and how did it become one of the most closely guarded secrets of the ancient world? Greek fire was a highly flammable liquid that could be sprayed or hurled at enemy ships, igniting on contact and burning fiercely even on water. Imagine the terror of sailors watching flames engulf their vessels, unable to extinguish the blaze no matter how much water they poured on it. This weapon was so effective that it helped the Byzantines repel numerous invasions, including the Arab sieges of Constantinople in the 7th and 8th centuries. The exact formula for Greek fire remains a mystery to this day, lost to history along with the Byzantine Empire itself. Historians and scientists have speculated that it might have been a mixture of petroleum, sulfur, quicklime, and other chemicals, but no one has been able to recreate it with certainty. What we do know is that the Byzantines went to extraordinary lengths to keep the recipe secret. Only a select few individuals, including the emperor and a handful of trusted artisans knew how to produce it. The penalty for revealing the formula was death, ensuring that the knowledge stayed within the empire. The delivery system for Greek fire was just as innovative as the substance itself. The Byzantines used a device called a siphon, which could project the liquid in a continuous stream or in flaming projectiles. These siphons were mounted on ships and city walls, allowing the Byzantines to unleash Greek fire with devastating precision. The combination of the weapon's destructive power and its psychological impact made it a game-changer in medieval warfare. Despite its effectiveness, Greek fire eventually faded from use. The decline of the Byzantine Empire, along with the loss of the formula, meant that this fearsome weapon disappeared from the battlefield. Today, it remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries, a testament to the ingenuity and secrecy of the ancient world. As we move forward, our next stop takes us to an artifact that has sparked endless debate: the Baghdad battery. Could this ancient object really have been an early form of electrical technology, or does it hold a different purpose altogether? Let's uncover the truth behind this puzzling discovery. Now, let's turn our attention to an artifact that has puzzled historians and scientists alike: the Baghdad battery. Discovered in the 1930s near Baghdad, Iraq, this curious object has sparked endless debate over its true purpose. Could it really have been an ancient form of electrical technology, or does it represent something entirely different? The Baghdad battery consists of three main components: a clay jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod. The jar itself is about the size of a small vase, and inside, the copper cylinder surrounds the iron rod, creating a setup that resembles a simple battery. When filled with an acidic liquid, such as vinegar or lemon juice, the device could potentially generate a small electric current. This has led some to believe that the ancient Mesopotamians may have understood the basics of electricity over 2,000 years ago. But what would they have used it for? One theory suggests that the Baghdad battery could have been used for electroplating, a process where a thin layer of metal is deposited onto another surface. Ancient artisans might have used it to coat objects with gold or silver, creating intricate jewelry or decorative items. Others argue that the device could have had a more practical use, such as a medical tool for pain relief through mild electric shocks. However, not everyone is convinced. Skeptics point out that there's no direct evidence linking the Baghdad battery to any known electrical applications in ancient times. They argue that the artifact might have had a completely different purpose, such as a storage container for sacred scrolls or a simple vessel for holding liquids. Without additional context or similar discoveries, the true function of the Baghdad battery remains a mystery. What makes this artifact even more intriguing is the lack of widespread knowledge about its existence. Unlike other ancient technologies, such as Greek fire or Roman concrete, the Baghdad battery doesn't appear in historical records or texts. This has led some to question whether it was a one-off invention or part of a larger, lost tradition of early electrical experimentation. As we continue to explore the mysteries of ancient technologies, the Baghdad battery stands as a fascinating reminder of how much we still have to learn about the ingenuity of our ancestors. Was it a groundbreaking discovery ahead of its time, or simply a misunderstood object with a more mundane purpose? The debate continues, and with it, the allure of this enigmatic artifact. Next, we'll delve into another ancient puzzle, the Phaistos disk. Covered in undeciphered symbols, this clay disc has baffled archaeologists for over a century. What secrets does it hold, and why has it remained one of history's most enduring mysteries? Let's find out. Now, let's shift our focus to another enigmatic artifact that has left experts scratching their heads for over a century: the Phaistos disc. Discovered in 1908 on the island of Crete, this clay disc is unlike anything else found in the ancient world. Covered on both sides with a spiral of mysterious symbols, it has become one of archaeology's most enduring puzzles. The Phaistos disc is roughly the size of a small plate, about 6 inches in diameter, and features 241 symbols arranged in a spiral pattern. These symbols, which include images of people, animals, tools, and abstract shapes, were pressed into the clay using individual stamps, making it one of the earliest examples of movable type printing. But here's the catch: no one has been able to decipher what these symbols mean or what purpose the disc served. Scholars have proposed countless theories about its origins and purpose. Some believe it could be a religious text, perhaps a hymn or a prayer, while others suggest it might be a form of ancient calendar or even a board game. The symbols themselves are unique, with no direct parallels in other known writing systems from the time, such as Linear or Linear B, which were used by the Minoan and Mycenaean civilizations. This has led some to speculate that the disc might represent a lost language or a one-off creation by an unknown culture. Adding to the mystery is the fact that the Phaistos disc was found in the ruins of the Minoan palace of Phaistos, a site known for its advanced architecture and vibrant culture. Yet no other artifacts like it have ever been discovered, either at Phaistos or elsewhere. This has fueled debates about whether the disc was a local invention or perhaps an imported object from a distant civilization. The lack of context has made deciphering the disc nearly impossible. Without additional examples of the script or a bilingual text to compare it to, researchers are left with little to go on. Some have attempted to decode the symbols using statistical analysis or by comparing them to other ancient scripts, but so far, no theory has gained widespread acceptance. What makes the Phaistos disc so captivating is not just its undeciphered symbols, but also the questions it raises about the people who created it. Were they experimenting with early forms of written communication? Did the disc hold a message of great importance, or was it simply a decorative object? The answers remain elusive, and the disc continues to be a source of fascination and frustration for archaeologists and linguists alike. As we move forward in our exploration of lost technologies, the Phaistos disc serves as a powerful reminder of how much we still don't know about the ancient world. Its secrets remain locked away, waiting for the right key to unlock them. Next, we'll turn our attention to another marvel of ancient engineering, the Iron Pillar of Delhi. Standing tall for over 1,600 years, this rust-resistant pillar has baffled scientists with its durability. How did ancient metallurgists achieve such a feat, and what can it teach us about their technological prowess? Let's dive in. Now, let's journey to the heart of India, where an ancient marvel of metallurgy stands as a testament to the ingenuity of its creators, the Iron Pillar of Delhi. Rising over 23 feet tall and weighing more than 6 tons, this rust-resistant pillar has defied the elements for over 1,600 years, leaving modern scientists in awe of its durability. What makes the Iron Pillar so extraordinary is its near-perfect resistance to corrosion. Unlike most iron structures, which begin to rust within decades, this pillar has remained remarkably intact since its creation in the 4th century. The secret lies in its unique composition. The iron used in the pillar contains a high level of phosphorus, which, when combined with the local climate and the way the metal was forged, created a protective layer that prevents rust from forming. The process of creating such a pillar would have required advanced knowledge of metallurgy. Ancient Indian blacksmiths likely used a technique called forge welding, where pieces of iron were heated and hammered together to form a single solid structure. This method, combined with the precise control of impurities in the metal, resulted in a pillar that has stood the test of time. But the iron pillar isn't just a marvel of engineering, it's also a piece of history. Inscriptions on the pillar suggest it was originally erected as a tribute to the Hindu god Vishnu and the Gupta king Chandragupta II. Over the centuries, it has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, surviving wars, invasions, and the passage of time. Scientists and historians continue to study the pillar to uncover the secrets of its longevity. Some believe that the protective layer formed on its surface is a result of a chemical reaction between the iron, phosphorus, and the environment, while others suggest that the ancient blacksmiths may have used a now-lost technique to enhance its durability. The Iron Pillar of Delhi challenges our understanding of ancient technology. How did its creators achieve such precision and foresight? What other advanced techniques might have been lost to history? As we marvel at this ancient wonder, it serves as a reminder of the incredible achievements of our ancestors and the mysteries that still await discovery. Next, we'll venture to the deserts of Peru, where the Nazca Lines stretch across the landscape in a series of massive geoglyphs. What do these intricate designs reveal about the people who created them, and how were they made with such precision? Let's find out. Now, let's shift our gaze to the vast deserts of southern Peru, where the Nazca Lines stretch across the arid landscape in a breathtaking display of ancient artistry. These massive geoglyphs, etched into the earth over 2,000 years ago, form intricate designs that range from simple geometric shapes to elaborate depictions of animals, plants, and humanoid figures. Some of these lines stretch for miles, their precision and scale leaving modern observers in awe. The Nazca Lines were created by the Nazca culture, which thrived in this region between 200 BC and 600 CE. To produce these designs, the Nazca people carefully removed the reddish-brown top layer of pebbles, revealing the lighter-colored soil beneath. This contrast allowed the lines to stand out clearly against the desert floor. But how did they achieve such precision without the aid of modern tools or aerial views? One theory suggests that the Nazca used simple yet effective techniques, such as scaling up smaller designs using grids or ropes to maintain proportions. By working in sections and using stakes or markers, they could ensure the lines remained straight and the shapes accurate. The dry, windless climate of the region has helped preserve these geoglyphs for centuries, allowing us to marvel at their craftsmanship today. The purpose of the Nazca Lines remains a subject of debate. Some researchers believe they served as pathways for ceremonial processions, while others argue they were part of a complex astronomical calendar, aligning with celestial events like solstices or equinoxes. Another intriguing theory proposes that the lines were meant to be seen by deities or spirits from above, acting as a form of communication or offering. Adding to the mystery, some of the designs are so large that they can only be fully appreciated from the air. This has led to speculation about whether the Nazca had access to some form of flight, or if they simply created these works with the belief that the gods would view them from the heavens. The Nazca Lines continue to captivate archaeologists, historians, and enthusiasts alike. They stand as a testament to the creativity and ingenuity of the Nazca people, who transformed their harsh environment into a canvas for their beliefs and artistry. As we explore these enigmatic designs, we're reminded of the enduring power of human imagination and the mysteries that still lie hidden in the sands of time. Next, we'll turn our attention to another ancient puzzle, the Voynich Manuscript. What secrets does this cryptic text hold, and why has it remained undeciphered for centuries? Let's uncover the story behind one of history's most perplexing manuscripts. Now, let's step into the shadowy world of one of history's most baffling enigmas, the Voynich Manuscript. This mysterious book, filled with undeciphered text and strange illustrations, has puzzled scholars, cryptographers, and enthusiasts for centuries. Its pages are a labyrinth of unknown symbols, intricate drawings of plants, celestial charts, and even what appear to be human figures engaged in peculiar activities. Yet, despite countless attempts to crack its code, the manuscript remains an unsolved riddle, earning its place as one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world. The Voynich manuscript first came to light in the early 20th century when it was purchased by a Polish book dealer named Wilfrid Voynich. He discovered it among a collection of ancient texts in Italy, and its origins have been a subject of intense debate ever since. Carbon dating places its creation somewhere between the early 15th and early 16th centuries, but the language it's written in, if it is a language at all, has defied all attempts at translation. The text is composed of an estimated 25 to 30 unique characters, arranged in a way that resembles a structured script, yet no one has been able to match it to any known language or cipher. Adding to the intrigue are the manuscript's illustrations, which are as perplexing as its text. The pages are divided into sections, each seemingly dedicated to a different theme. One section features detailed drawings of plants, many of which don't correspond to any known species. Another contains astronomical diagrams, including circular charts filled with stars and celestial bodies. There's even a section that appears to depict small human figures bathing in what look like interconnected pools or tubes, leading to endless speculation about their purpose. Are these illustrations symbolic, scientific, or something entirely different? The answers remain elusive. Over the years, countless experts have tried to decode the Voynich manuscript, from World War II codebreakers to modern-day computer scientists. Some have claimed to find patterns or partial translations, but none have been widely accepted. Theories about its origins and purpose are equally varied. Some believe it's an elaborate hoax, created to deceive or entertain. Others suggest it's a medical or alchemical text, filled with secret knowledge meant only for the initiated. There's even speculation that it could be the work of an unknown civilization, or more fantastically, a message from an extraterrestrial source. Despite the lack of answers, the Voynich manuscript continues to captivate and inspire. Its very existence challenges our understanding of history, language, and human ingenuity. Why was it created? Who was it meant for? And what secrets does it hold? These questions linger, drawing us deeper into its enigmatic pages. As we leave the mystery of the Voynich manuscript behind, we'll turn our attention to another marvel of ancient engineering, the Great Pyramid of Giza. How did the ancient Egyptians achieve such precision in its construction, and what secrets lie hidden within its towering walls? Let's uncover the story of one of the world's most iconic structures. Shifting our focus from the enigmatic pages of the Voynich Manuscript, we now turn to one of the most awe-inspiring feats of ancient engineering, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Standing as a testament to human ingenuity, this monumental structure has captivated the world for thousands of years. But how did the ancient Egyptians achieve such precision and scale without the technology we have today? Let's unravel the mysteries behind its construction. The Great Pyramid, built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu around 2500 BCE, is a marvel of precision and planning. Its base covers an area of over 500,000 square feet, and it originally stood at 481 feet tall. What's truly astonishing is the accuracy of its alignment. The pyramid's four sides are almost perfectly oriented to the cardinal directions north, south, east, and west, with an error margin of less than 1/15 of a degree. This level of precision suggests a deep understanding of astronomy and geometry, raising questions about the tools and methods used to achieve it. One of the most debated aspects of the pyramid's construction is the tools and techniques employed by the ancient builders. While some theories suggest the use of simple copper chisels, wooden mallets, and stone hammers, others propose more advanced methods. For instance, the precise cutting and fitting of the massive limestone blocks, some weighing as much as 2.5 tons, hint at a level of craftsmanship that seems almost impossible for the time. How were these blocks quarried, transported, and lifted into place? Some researchers believe ramps were used, while others speculate about the use of levers, pulleys, or even water-based systems to move the stones. Theories about the construction process are as varied as they are fascinating. One popular idea is the use of a straight or zigzagging ramp that spiraled around the pyramid as it rose. Another suggests that internal ramps were built within the structure itself, allowing workers to move materials upward as construction progressed. Yet, despite these theories, no definitive evidence has been found to confirm exactly how the pyramid was built. This lack of clarity only adds to the mystery and admiration for the ancient Egyptians' achievements. Beyond the physical construction, the Great Pyramid's design also reflects a profound understanding of mathematics and astronomy. The pyramid's dimensions are said to encode mathematical constants, such as the ratio of its perimeter to its height, which approximates the value of pi. Additionally, its alignment with the stars, particularly the constellation Orion, has led some to believe it served not only as a tomb, but also as a celestial map, or a symbol of the pharaoh's divine connection to the heavens. As we marvel at the Great Pyramid's grandeur, it's impossible not to wonder about the knowledge and skills of the people who built it. Were they guided by advanced technology now lost to history, or did they possess a level of ingenuity and teamwork that we've yet to fully comprehend? The answers remain as elusive as the pyramid's secrets, inviting us to continue exploring and questioning the limits of ancient capabilities. With the Great Pyramid's mysteries still echoing in our minds, we'll next explore another fascinating artifact from the ancient world, the Lycurgus cup. This remarkable piece of Roman craftsmanship holds secrets of its own, including a surprising connection to modern nanotechnology. Let's uncover the story behind this ancient marvel. Now let's turn our attention to a dazzling artifact that seems almost magical in its properties, the Lycurgus cup. This ancient Roman glass cup, dating back to the 4th century, is no ordinary piece of craftsmanship. What makes it truly extraordinary is its ability to change color depending on the light. When lit from the front, it appears a deep jade green, but when light shines through it from behind, it transforms into a glowing, translucent red. This mesmerizing effect has baffled historians and scientists alike, leading to discoveries that connect this ancient artifact to modern nanotechnology. The secret behind the Lycurgus cup's color-changing ability lies in its unique composition. The glass contains tiny particles of gold and silver, each measuring just a few billionths of a meter in size. These nanoparticles are so small that they interact with light in a way that alters its wavelength, creating the cup's stunning color shift. This phenomenon, known as dichroic glass, is a result of the precise manipulation of materials at the nanoscale, a level of precision that seems almost impossible for a civilization over 1,600 years ago. What's even more astonishing is that the ancient Romans appear to have understood the principles behind this effect, even if they didn't have the scientific terminology we use today. The process of creating such glass would have required not only advanced knowledge of metallurgy and chemistry, but also an understanding of how to control the size and distribution of nanoparticles within the glass. This raises the question, how did they achieve such a feat without the tools and technology we have now? The answer remains a mystery, as the specific techniques used to create the Lycurgus cup were lost to history. Some scholars believe that the knowledge was passed down through generations of artisans, while others speculate that it may have been a serendipitous discovery, stumbled upon during experiments with glassmaking. Regardless of how it was achieved, the cup stands as a testament to the ingenuity and skill of ancient Roman craftsmen. Modern scientists have only recently begun to unravel the secrets of the Lycurgus cup. Using advanced imaging and analysis techniques, they've confirmed the presence of gold and silver nanoparticles and have even replicated the color-changing effect in laboratory settings. This has led to a renewed appreciation for the sophistication of ancient technologies and has sparked interest in how such knowledge could have been lost over time. The Lycurgus cup not only showcases the artistic brilliance of the ancient world, but also hints at a level of scientific understanding that challenges our assumptions about the past. It serves as a reminder that history is filled with mysteries waiting to be uncovered, and that the ancients may have been far more advanced than we often give them credit for. As we marvel at the Lycurgus cup's brilliance, we'll next explore another intriguing artifact, the Saqqara bird. This ancient wooden model has sparked debates about whether it represents an early understanding of aerodynamics or simply a child's toy. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating piece of history. Now, let's shift our focus to a curious artifact that has sparked both fascination and debate, the Saqqara bird. Discovered in 1898 during an excavation near the ancient Egyptian city of Saqqara, this small wooden object resembles a bird in flight. At first glance, it might seem like a simple toy or a decorative piece, but some researchers believe it could be evidence of ancient aerodynamic knowledge, potentially representing an early model of a glider. The Saqqara bird measures about 14 centimeters in length and features a sleek, streamlined design with wings that curve slightly downward. Its tail, however, is what has drawn the most attention. Unlike a typical bird's tail, it stands upright, resembling the vertical stabilizer found on modern aircraft. This unusual feature has led some to speculate that the artifact might have been designed with flight in mind, possibly as a model for a larger glider, or even a ceremonial object symbolizing flight. Proponents of the aerodynamic theory point to the bird's design as evidence of advanced understanding. They argue that the shape of the wings and tail could generate lift, allowing the object to glide through the air if launched correctly. Some have even conducted experiments with replicas, demonstrating that the Saqqara bird can achieve short, stable flights when thrown. These findings suggest that ancient Egyptians may have had a practical understanding of basic aerodynamic principles, long before the concept of flight was formally studied. However, not everyone is convinced. Skeptics argue that the Saqqara bird is more likely a child's toy or a religious artifact, possibly representing a falcon, a bird closely associated with the god Horus in Egyptian mythology. They point out that the object lacks key features necessary for controlled flight, such as a horizontal stabilizer or a mechanism to adjust its trajectory. Additionally, there is no historical evidence to suggest that the ancient Egyptians were experimenting with flight or had any interest in aviation. The debate over the Saqqara bird's purpose remains unresolved, and it continues to captivate both historians and aviation enthusiasts. Whether it was a toy, a religious symbol, or an early attempt at understanding flight, the artifact serves as a reminder of the ingenuity and creativity of ancient civilizations. It challenges us to reconsider what we know about the past and to remain open to the possibility that our ancestors may have been more innovative than we often assume. As we ponder the mysteries of the Saqqara bird, our journey through the lost technologies of the ancients takes us next to the Dendera light. This enigmatic set of carvings has sparked theories about ancient electricity, raising questions about whether the Egyptians had access to advanced knowledge that has since been forgotten. Let's explore this intriguing possibility together. Now, let's turn our attention to another fascinating mystery from ancient Egypt, the Dendera light. Nestled within the walls of the Dendera temple complex, a series of intricate carvings have sparked intense debate among historians, archaeologists, and alternative theorists. These carvings, often referred to as the Dendera light, depict what some believe to be ancient electric lighting, a concept that, if true, would rewrite our understanding of ancient technology. The carvings in question show large, bulb-like objects with what appear to be filaments inside, connected by cables to what could be interpreted as power sources. To some, these images resemble modern electric light bulbs, complete with sockets and wiring. This interpretation has led to the theory that the ancient Egyptians may have possessed knowledge of electricity and used it to illuminate their temples, long before the invention of the light bulb in the 19th century. Proponents of this theory argue that the design of the objects in the carvings is too precise to be purely symbolic. They point to the detailed depiction of the bulbs and the cables as evidence of a practical understanding of electrical principles. Some even suggest that the temple's underground chambers, which are devoid of soot from torches or oil lamps, could have been lit using this mysterious technology. This idea has captured the imagination of many, fueling speculation about lost ancient knowledge and advanced civilizations. However, mainstream scholars offer a different interpretation. They argue that the carvings are symbolic representations of Egyptian mythology, specifically related to the creation myth involving the sun god Ra and the serpent god Harsomptis. According to this view, the bulbs are actually depictions of the lotus flower, a sacred symbol in Egyptian culture, while the filaments represent the serpent emerging from the flower, symbolizing the cycle of life and rebirth. The cables are interpreted as stylized depictions of the Jed pillar, a symbol of stability and endurance. The mainstream explanation aligns with the broader context of Egyptian art and religion, which often used symbolic imagery to convey spiritual and mythological concepts. Critics of the electric lighting theory also point out that there is no physical evidence, such as wires, bulbs, or batteries, to support the idea that the ancient Egyptians had access to electricity. Additionally, the absence of any written records or references to such technology in ancient texts further undermines the alternative interpretation. Despite the skepticism, the Dendera light continues to intrigue those who are drawn to the possibility of ancient advanced technology. It serves as a reminder of how easily modern interpretations can be projected onto ancient artifacts, and how the line between symbolism and technology can sometimes blur. Whether the carvings depict electric lighting or mythological symbols, they invite us to explore the rich and complex world of ancient Egyptian culture and its enduring mysteries. As we leave the enigmatic carvings of Dendera behind, our exploration of lost technologies takes us to the stone spheres of Costa Rica. These perfectly round stones, scattered across the landscape, have puzzled researchers for decades. What was their purpose, and how were they made with such precision? Let's uncover the secrets of these ancient marvels. Now, shifting our focus to the lush landscapes of Central America, we encounter one of archaeology's most intriguing enigmas, the stone spheres of Costa Rica. Scattered across the Diquis Delta and other regions, these nearly perfect spheres, some weighing several tons, have baffled researchers and visitors alike. Their precision and sheer size raise questions about the tools, techniques, and knowledge possessed by the ancient cultures that created them. The spheres, ranging in size from a few centimeters to over 2 meters in diameter, are carved from a type of volcanic rock called gabbro. What makes them remarkable is their near-perfect roundness, a feat that would challenge even modern technology. Archaeologists believe they were crafted by the Diquis culture, which thrived in the region between approximately 300 and 1500 years ago. But how did they achieve such precision without the use of advanced tools? The process likely involved a combination of hammering, grinding, and polishing, using stone tools and abrasives. Some theories suggest that the spheres were shaped by heating the rock and then cooling it rapidly, allowing for easier carving. However, the exact methods remain a mystery, as no tools or workshops have been discovered to provide definitive answers. The purpose of these spheres is another layer of the puzzle. Some researchers propose that they served as markers for important sites, such as burial grounds or ceremonial centers. Others suggest they were symbols of power or status, displayed by local leaders to assert their authority. There are even theories that the spheres were aligned astronomically, pointing to significant celestial events or serving as a form of ancient calendar. While these ideas are compelling, no conclusive evidence has been found to confirm any single theory, leaving their true purpose open to interpretation. Adding to the mystery is the fact that many of the spheres were moved from their original locations during the 20th century, often to decorate gardens or public spaces. This displacement has made it difficult for archaeologists to study their original context, further complicating efforts to understand their significance. Despite these challenges, the stone spheres of Costa Rica remain a testament to the ingenuity and skill of their creators, offering a glimpse into a culture that valued precision and artistry. As we ponder the secrets of these ancient marvels, we are reminded of how much there is still to learn about the civilizations that came before us. The stone spheres of Costa Rica stand as silent witnesses to a time when human creativity and determination achieved the seemingly impossible. And with that, our journey through the mysteries of lost technologies continues as we turn our attention to the Nimrud lens, an ancient artifact that hints at the possibility of advanced optical knowledge in the distant past. Now let's journey to the ancient city of Nimrud, where a small but extraordinary artifact has sparked debates and wonder among historians and scientists alike. The Nimrud lens. Discovered in the ruins of the Assyrian palace in modern-day Iraq, this piece of rock crystal, dating back to around 700 to 750 BC, has been hailed as one of the earliest known examples of an optical lens. But what exactly is it, and what does it tell us about the technological capabilities of the ancient Assyrians? The Nimrud lens, roughly the size of a modern magnifying glass, is a polished oval-shaped piece of crystal with a slightly convex shape. Its surface is smooth, suggesting it was carefully crafted, and its optical properties are intriguing. When tested, the lens has been found to magnify objects, leading some researchers to propose that it was used as a simple magnifying tool, or even as part of a primitive telescope. If true, this would imply that the Assyrians had a rudimentary understanding of optics, far earlier than previously thought. But the question remains, what was its purpose? Some theories suggest it was used by artisans or craftsmen to magnify small details in their work, such as intricate carvings or jewelry. Others speculate that it could have been used for astronomical observations, allowing ancient astronomers to study the stars and planets with greater clarity. This idea is particularly fascinating, as it would suggest that the Assyrians had a more advanced understanding of the cosmos than we typically give them credit for. Could this lens have been part of a larger device, perhaps an early telescope? While there's no direct evidence to confirm this, the possibility is tantalizing. The implications of such a discovery are profound. If the Nimrud lens was indeed used for astronomical purposes, it would challenge our understanding of ancient scientific knowledge. It would suggest that the Assyrians, known for their impressive achievements in architecture and warfare, also had a keen interest in the heavens and the tools to explore them. This would place them among the earliest civilizations to engage in systematic astronomical observation, predating the more well-known achievements of the Greeks and Romans. However, not all experts agree on the lens's purpose. Some argue that it may have been a decorative piece, or even a part of a ceremonial object, with no practical use at all. The lack of additional lenses or related artifacts makes it difficult to draw definitive conclusions. Yet, even if its purpose remains uncertain, the Nimrud lens stands as a remarkable example of ancient craftsmanship and ingenuity. Its very existence raises questions about the technological capabilities of the Assyrians and invites us to reconsider what we know about the ancient world. As we reflect on the Nimrud lens, we're reminded that the past is full of surprises, waiting to be uncovered. This small piece of crystal, unearthed from the sands of time, offers a glimpse into a civilization that may have been far more advanced than we realize. And with that, our exploration of lost technologies continues, as we turn our attention to the towering stone statues of Easter Island and the mystery of how they were moved across the island's rugged terrain. Now let's set our sights on the remote and enigmatic Easter Island, home to one of the most iconic and mysterious wonders of the ancient world, the Moai. These towering stone statues, carved by the Rapa Nui people, have captivated the imagination of explorers, archaeologists, and travelers for centuries. Standing as silent sentinels across the island, the Moai are not just remarkable for their size and number, but also for the enduring mystery of how they were created, transported, and erected by a civilization with seemingly limited resources. The Moai are massive, with some statues reaching heights of over 30 feet and weighing as much as 80 tons, carved from volcanic tuff, a type of compressed ash found in the Rono Roroku quarry. These statues were meticulously crafted using stone tools. The level of detail in their features, from their elongated faces to their prominent brows, speaks to the skill and dedication of the Rapa Nui artisans. But the real puzzle lies not in their creation, but in their transportation. How did a society without wheels, draft animals, or advanced machinery move these colossal figures across the island's rugged terrain? One of the most widely accepted theories suggests that the Moai were walked into place. This method involves rocking the statues back and forth while pulling them forward with ropes, effectively making them walk in a controlled manner. Experiments have shown that this technique, while labor-intensive, is feasible with a coordinated team of workers. Another theory proposes that the statues were transported on wooden sleds or rollers, sliding them over logs laid out in a path. However, this method would have required vast amounts of timber, raising questions about the island's deforestation and its impact on the Rapa Nui civilization. The purpose of the Moai is another subject of debate. Many believe they were created to honor ancestors, serving as spiritual guardians for the living. The statue's placement along the coast, facing inland, suggests they were meant to watch over the island's inhabitants. Some Moai also feature red stone topknots, known as pukao, which may have symbolized hair or headdresses, adding another layer of meaning to their design. Yet, despite their cultural significance, the construction of the Moai may have contributed to the decline of the Rapa Nui people. The immense resources required to carve, transport, and erect these statues likely placed a heavy strain on the island's environment and society. The story of Easter Island is often seen as a cautionary tale about resource depletion and environmental collapse. As the Rapa Nui population grew, so did their demand for timber and other resources. Over time, the island's forests were decimated, leading to soil erosion, a decline in food production, and societal upheaval. By the time European explorers arrived in the 18th century, the once thriving civilization had dwindled, and many of the Moai had been toppled, either by natural disasters or internal conflict. The Moai of Easter Island stand as a testament to human ingenuity and ambition, but they also remind us of the delicate balance between progress and sustainability. As we marvel at these ancient giants, we're left to ponder not only how they were made, but also what lessons they hold for us today. And with that, our journey through the mysteries of lost technologies continues, as we turn our attention to the ancient map that seems to defy time itself, the Piri Reis map. Now let's navigate to a mystery that challenges our understanding of ancient cartography, the Piri Reis map. This enigmatic map, created in the early 16th century by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, has sparked intense debate among historians, scientists, and conspiracy theorists alike. What makes this map so extraordinary is its depiction of the world, including what appears to be the coastline of Antarctica, a continent that wouldn't be officially discovered for another 300 years. Even more astonishing, the map seems to show Antarctica without its ice cap, a condition that hasn't existed for millions of years. The Piri Reis map was discovered in 1829 in the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul, Turkey. It's a fragment of a larger world map, drawn on gazelle skin parchment, and it includes detailed coastlines of Europe, Africa, and parts of the Americas. Piri Reis himself noted that he compiled the map using multiple sources, including older maps from the time of Alexander the Great, as well as charts from Portuguese, Arab, and even ancient Greek explorers. But the inclusion of Antarctica, or at least a landmass that closely resembles it, has led to questions about the origins of this knowledge. How could a 16th century mapmaker have known about a continent buried under miles of ice? One theory suggests that the map's accuracy is evidence of advanced ancient civilizations that possessed knowledge of the world's geography far beyond what we've traditionally believed. Proponents of this idea argue that the map's depiction of Antarctica without ice points to a time when the continent was ice-free, possibly tens of thousands of years ago. They speculate that this knowledge was passed down through generations, eventually making its way to Piri Reis. However, mainstream scholars remain skeptical, pointing out that the map's so-called depiction of Antarctica could simply be a misinterpretation of the South American coastline or an artistic flourish. Another point of contention is the map's remarkable precision. Some researchers have noted that the map's coordinates align closely with modern satellite imagery, particularly in its representation of the Atlantic Ocean. This has led to claims that the map was created using advanced surveying techniques or even aerial views technologies that were supposedly impossible for the time. Critics, however, argue that these claims are exaggerated and that the map's accuracy is more likely the result of skilled craftsmanship and the compilation of multiple sources rather than any lost technology. The controversy surrounding the Piri Reis map extends beyond its geographical details. Some have suggested that the map is evidence of extraterrestrial influence, or that it was created using knowledge from a highly advanced, now lost civilization. While these theories capture the imagination, they remain firmly in the realm of speculation. What we do know is that the map represents a fascinating intersection of history, science, and mystery, challenging us to reconsider what we think we know about the past. As we reflect on the Piri Reis map, we're left with more questions than answers. Was it a product of ancient knowledge, a stroke of cartographic genius, or simply a misinterpretation of existing data? Whatever the truth may be, the map serves as a reminder of how much we still have to learn about the ingenuity and capabilities of our ancestors. And with that, our exploration of lost technologies continues as we turn our attention to another ancient enigma, the Tarim mummies. Now let's journey to the windswept deserts of Western China, where one of the most perplexing archaeological discoveries of the 20th century was made: the Tarim mummies. These remarkably preserved bodies, dating back as far as 4,000 years, have captivated researchers and historians not only for their incredible state of preservation, but also for their striking Caucasian features. Found in the Tarim Basin, a region now part of China's Xinjiang province, these mummies challenge our understanding of ancient migration patterns and cultural exchange. The Tarim mummies were first uncovered in the early 1900s, but it wasn't until the 1980s and 90s that their true significance began to emerge. What makes these mummies so extraordinary is their physical appearance, all with light hair, high noses, and round eyes, traits that are distinctly European or Caucasian. This has led to intense speculation about their origins. How did people with such features end up in the heart of Asia thousands of years ago? Genetic studies have revealed that these individuals likely belonged to an ancient population with roots in the steppes of Eastern Europe or Western Asia, suggesting that long-distance migration and cultural connections were far more extensive in antiquity than previously thought. But the mystery doesn't end with their appearance. The Tarim mummies are also notable for the advanced textiles they were buried with. Some of the mummies were found wearing intricately woven woolen garments, including finely tailored trousers, cloaks, and even colorful plaid fabrics. These textiles display a level of craftsmanship and sophistication that rivals anything produced in Europe or the Middle East at the time. The presence of such high-quality clothing suggests that these ancient people had access to advanced weaving techniques and a thriving textile industry, further complicating the narrative of their origins and capabilities. One of the most famous mummies, known as the Beauty of Lulan, provides a particularly fascinating glimpse into this ancient culture. Discovered in the 1980s, she is believed to have lived around 1800 years before the Common Era. Her burial attire, including a finely woven cloak and a felt hat, speaks to a society that valued both practicality and aesthetics. The preservation of her delicate features, from her long eyelashes to her serene expression, has made her an iconic symbol of the Tarim Basin's ancient inhabitants. The presence of these mummies in what is now China raises intriguing questions about the movement of people and ideas across the ancient world. Were they part of a larger migration wave that brought Indo-European languages and cultures to Asia? Or were they a small, isolated group that maintained their distinct identity over centuries? Some researchers have proposed that the Tarim Basin served as a crossroads for ancient trade routes, connecting the East and West long before the Silk Road became a dominant force. This would explain not only the presence of these mummies, but also the blending of cultural and technological influences seen in their artifacts. Yet, despite the wealth of information these mummies provide, many questions remain unanswered. Why did this population disappear, leaving behind only their well-preserved remains? What role did they play in the broader tapestry of ancient civilizations, and how did their presence influence the cultures that followed in the region? The Tarim mummies stand as a testament to the complexity of human history, reminding us that the past is often far more interconnected and surprising than we imagine. As we leave the sands of the Tarim Basin behind, our exploration of lost technologies takes us to another ancient enigma, the Dropa stones. These mysterious artifacts, said to contain ancient hieroglyphs and depictions of extraterrestrial contact, have sparked both fascination and skepticism. But that's a story for the next chapter in our journey through the mysteries of the ancient world. Now, shifting our focus to another enigmatic artifact, we delve into the intriguing mystery of the Dropa stones. These controversial stones, discovered in the remote mountains of China, have sparked intense debate among researchers and enthusiasts alike. Allegedly found in a cave in the Bayan Har Mountains in 1938, the stones are said to be inscribed with ancient hieroglyphs that some claim depict extraterrestrial contact. But what makes these stones so captivating, and why do they remain one of history's most debated artifacts? The story of the Dropa stones begins with a Chinese archaeologist named Kai Pute, who reportedly led an expedition to the region. According to accounts, the team discovered a series of caves containing hundreds of stone discs, each about 1 foot in diameter and marked with tiny, intricate carvings. The most astonishing claim is that these carvings tell the story of an alien spacecraft that crash-landed in the area thousands of years ago, leaving behind a stranded extraterrestrial race known as the Dropa. The hieroglyphs, as interpreted by some, describe the Dropa's struggle to survive and their eventual integration with local human tribes. However, the authenticity of the Dropa stones has been met with widespread skepticism. Many experts argue that the stones are likely a hoax or a misinterpretation of natural geological formations. The original stones have never been made available for independent scientific analysis, and the only evidence supporting their existence comes from anecdotal accounts and a few photographs. Some researchers suggest that the story of the Dropa stones may have been embellished or fabricated entirely, possibly as a way to attract attention or tourism to the region. Despite the doubts, the mystery of the Dropa stones continues to captivate the imagination of those fascinated by ancient mysteries and extraterrestrial theories. The idea that an ancient civilization might have recorded contact with beings from another world is undeniably compelling, even if the evidence remains inconclusive. The stones have become a symbol of humanity's enduring curiosity about the unknown and our desire to uncover secrets that challenge our understanding of history. Adding to the intrigue, some proponents of the Dropa stones theory point to the discovery of unusual skeletal remains in the same region. These remains, described as small and with elongated skulls, have been linked by some to the alleged extraterrestrial visitors. However, like the stones themselves, these claims lack definitive proof and are often dismissed by mainstream archaeologists as either misidentified human remains or outright fabrications. The enduring mystery of the Dropa stones lies not only in their alleged inscriptions, but also in the questions they raise about the nature of evidence and belief. How do we distinguish between genuine historical artifacts and clever forgeries? And what drives our fascination with the possibility of ancient extraterrestrial contact? Whether the Dropa stones are a genuine artifact of an unknown civilization or an elaborate myth, they serve as a reminder of the complexities and uncertainties that surround our exploration of the past. As we leave the enigmatic Dropa stones behind, our journey through the lost technologies of the ancients takes us to another remarkable discovery: the Olmec colossal heads. These massive stone sculptures, carved by one of Mesoamerica's earliest civilizations, stand as a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of a culture that thrived thousands of years ago. But that's a story for the next chapter in our exploration of the mysteries of the ancient world. Now, turning our attention to the ancient Olmec civilization, we encounter one of their most iconic and mysterious creations, the colossal stone heads. These massive sculptures, some weighing as much as 40 tons, stand as a testament to the ingenuity and skill of a culture that thrived in what is now modern-day Mexico over 3,000 years ago. But what were these colossal heads meant to represent, and how did the Olmecs manage to create and transport such enormous works of art? The Olmec colossal heads are believed to depict powerful rulers or deities of the Olmec civilization, which is often considered the mother culture of Mesoamerica. Each head is unique, with distinct facial features, headdresses, and expressions, suggesting they may have been portraits of specific individuals. The sheer size and detail of these sculptures are awe-inspiring, with some standing over 9 feet tall and carved from single blocks of basalt, a volcanic rock known for its durability. The question of how the Olmecs transported these massive stones from quarries located dozens of miles away remains a subject of fascination and debate. One of the most remarkable aspects of the colossal heads is the advanced engineering and logistical planning required to create them. The basalt used for the sculptures was quarried from the Tuxtla Mountains, a region rich in volcanic rock. Transporting these enormous blocks to the Olmec heartland would have been a monumental task, especially without the use of wheels or draft animals. Researchers believe the Olmecs may have used a combination of sledges, rollers, and manpower to move the stones, possibly aided by rafts or barges along rivers. The precision with which the heads were carved also suggests the use of sophisticated tools, such as stone chisels and abrasives, to achieve their intricate details. The purpose of the colossal heads is another intriguing mystery. While many believe they served as monuments to honor rulers or commemorate significant events, others suggest they may have had religious or ceremonial significance. Some theories propose that the heads were placed in prominent locations to assert the authority of the ruling elite or to serve as guardians of sacred spaces. The fact that many of the heads were buried or deliberately damaged at some point adds another layer of mystery to their story, hinting at possible shifts in power or cultural practices over time. Despite the many questions surrounding the colossal heads, their legacy is undeniable. They not only showcase the artistic and technical prowess of the Olmec civilization, but also provide a glimpse into the social and political structures of one of the earliest complex societies in the Americas. The heads have inspired countless theories and interpretations, from their symbolic meaning to the methods used in their creation, making them a cornerstone of Mesoamerican archaeology. As we marvel at the achievements of the Olmecs, our journey through the lost technologies of the ancients leads us to another enigmatic artifact, the Ark of the Covenant. This biblical relic, said to hold divine power, has fascinated scholars and treasure hunters for centuries. But what secrets does it hold, and could it represent a lost technology of the ancient world? That's a story we'll explore next. Shifting our focus to another legendary artifact, we now turn to the Ark of the Covenant, a biblical relic shrouded in mystery and divine significance. Described in the Hebrew Bible as a sacred chest constructed to hold the tablets of the Ten Commandments, the Ark has captivated imaginations for millennia. But beyond its religious importance, could the Ark also represent a lost technology of the ancient world? Let's explore the fascinating theories surrounding its construction, purpose, and ultimate fate. According to biblical accounts, the Ark was built under divine instruction, using acacia wood overlaid with pure gold, both inside and out. Its lid, known as the mercy seat, was adorned with 2 golden cherubim facing each other, their wings outstretched. The craftsmanship and materials used suggest a level of sophistication that raises questions about the tools and techniques available to the ancient Israelites. Some researchers speculate that the ark's construction may have involved advanced metallurgical knowledge, particularly in the precise application of gold overlays, which would have required exceptional skill and precision. The ark's purported powers add another layer of intrigue. It is said to have been capable of extraordinary feats, such as parting the Jordan River, toppling the walls of Jericho, and even striking down those who mishandled it. These accounts have led some to theorize that the ark may have harnessed some form of ancient technology, possibly even electrical or electromagnetic energy. For instance, the description of the ark emitting sparks or causing fatal shocks has prompted comparisons to modern capacitors or other energy-storing devices. Could the ark have been an early example of a technological marvel, misunderstood and revered as divine? Theories about the ark's disappearance are equally compelling. After its last recorded appearance in the Bible, the ark vanishes from history, leaving behind a trail of speculation. Some believe it was hidden to protect it from invaders, possibly in a secret chamber beneath the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. Others suggest it was taken to Ethiopia, where it is said to reside in the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Axum, guarded by a single monk. There are even claims that the ark was destroyed or lost during the Babylonian conquest of Jerusalem. Despite numerous expeditions and searches, its whereabouts remain one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. The Ark of the Covenant continues to inspire both reverence and curiosity, blending the realms of faith, history, and technology. Whether viewed as a sacred relic or a lost technological artifact, its story challenges us to reconsider the boundaries between the divine and the scientific. As we ponder the mysteries of the Ark, our journey through the lost technologies of the ancients takes us to another marvel, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Were these legendary gardens a feat of engineering, a myth, or something in between? That's a story we'll uncover next. Now, let's step into the realm of one of the most enchanting wonders of the ancient world, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Often celebrated as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, these gardens have long been a symbol of human ingenuity and the grandeur of ancient civilizations. Yet, despite their fame, the Hanging Gardens remain shrouded in mystery. Did they truly exist, or are they merely the stuff of legend? Let's dig into the theories surrounding their location, construction, and the remarkable technology that may have brought them to life. The Hanging Gardens are said to have been built in the ancient city of Babylon, near modern-day Baghdad, Iraq. According to ancient texts, they were commissioned by King Nebuchadnezzar II around 600 BC as a gift to his wife, Queen Amytis, who longed for the lush greenery of her homeland. The gardens were described as a towering structure of terraces, overflowing with vibrant plants, trees, and flowers, seemingly suspended in the air, a breathtaking sight in the middle of a desert landscape. But here's the twist. Despite these vivid descriptions, no physical evidence of the gardens has ever been found in Babylon. This has led some historians to question whether they were real or simply a poetic exaggeration. One theory suggests that the gardens may have been located not in Babylon, but in the Assyrian city of Nineveh, built by King Sennacherib. Ancient records from Nineveh describe an elaborate system of aqueducts and water-raising devices used to irrigate a grand garden, which some believe could have been the inspiration for the Hanging Gardens legend. If true, this would shift the narrative of the gardens from Babylon to another ancient powerhouse, raising questions about how such a monumental feat of engineering was achieved. The construction of the Hanging Gardens, assuming they existed, would have required advanced knowledge of architecture and hydraulics. Ancient accounts describe a complex irrigation system that used a series of screws, pumps, and aqueducts to transport water from the Euphrates River to the highest terraces of the gardens. This system would have been a marvel of ancient engineering, showcasing a level of sophistication that rivals even modern techniques. Some researchers speculate that the gardens may have employed a form of early hydroponics, allowing plants to thrive in an otherwise arid environment. If so, this would make the Hanging Gardens not just a wonder of beauty, but also a testament to ancient technological innovation. The mystery of the Hanging Gardens extends beyond their location and construction. Why were they built in the first place? While the romantic tale of King Nebuchadnezzar and Queen Amytis is widely accepted, some historians propose that the gardens may have served a more practical purpose, such as a symbol of royal power or a means of impressing foreign visitors. Others suggest they could have been a form of ancient climate control, providing shade and cooler temperatures in the scorching Babylonian heat. Whatever their purpose, the Hanging Gardens continue to captivate our imagination, blending myth, history, and technology into a single, enduring enigma. As we reflect on the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, we're reminded of the incredible achievements of ancient civilizations and the mysteries that still surround them. Were the gardens a real marvel of engineering, or a legend born from the fertile imagination of storytellers? The answer may remain elusive, but the story of the Hanging Gardens invites us to marvel at the possibilities of human creativity and innovation. And with that, our journey through the lost technologies of the ancients takes us to another fascinating artifact, the crystal skulls. What secrets do these enigmatic objects hold? That's a mystery we'll uncover next. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most intriguing and hotly debated artifacts in the world of ancient mysteries, the crystal skulls. These enigmatic objects, carved from clear or milky quartz, have captured the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and conspiracy theorists alike. Often associated with ancient Mesoamerican cultures like the Aztecs and the Maya, the crystal skulls are said to possess extraordinary properties, from healing powers to the ability to store and transmit knowledge. But are they genuine relics of the past, or elaborate hoaxes designed to deceive? Let's explore the fascinating story behind these mysterious artifacts. The most famous of the crystal skulls is the Mitchell Hedges skull, discovered in the early 20th century by adventurer F. A. Mitchell Hedges. This skull, carved with astonishing precision, is often cited as evidence of advanced ancient technology. Its smooth, lifelike features and intricate details have led some to believe it could only have been created using tools far beyond the capabilities of the civilizations that supposedly crafted it. However, skeptics argue that the skull's origins are far more recent, pointing to evidence that it may have been manufactured in the 19th or early 20th century using modern tools. This debate over authenticity lies at the heart of the crystal skull's mystery. Beyond the Mitchell Hedges skull, there are several other crystal skulls scattered across museums and private collections worldwide. Many of these artifacts share similar characteristics: translucent quartz, intricate carvings, and a striking resemblance to human skulls. Some researchers suggest that these skulls were used in ancient rituals, possibly as conduits for spiritual energy or as tools for divination. Others propose that they were symbols of power, created to represent the wisdom and authority of ancient leaders. Yet, despite these theories, no definitive evidence has been found to confirm their purpose or origin. The mystery deepens when we consider the technology required to create these skulls. Quartz is an incredibly hard material, ranking 7 on the Mohs scale of mineral hardness. Carving such a substance with the precision seen in the crystal skulls would have required tools and techniques far beyond what was available to ancient civilizations. Some theorists even speculate that the skulls could be evidence of extraterrestrial intervention or lost advanced human technology. However, mainstream archaeologists remain skeptical, attributing the skull's creation to skilled artisans of the modern era rather than ancient craftsmen. Adding to the intrigue is the cultural significance of skulls in Mesoamerican societies. For the Aztecs and Maya, skulls were powerful symbols of life, death, and rebirth, often featured in rituals and art. This has led some to believe that the crystal skulls may have held a similar symbolic or ceremonial role, yet without concrete evidence linking them to these cultures, their true purpose remains a matter of speculation. As we ponder the enigma of the crystal skulls, we're left with more questions than answers. Are they genuine artifacts of a lost civilization, or clever forgeries designed to captivate and mystify? Do they hold hidden knowledge, or are they simply beautiful objects shrouded in myth? Whatever the truth, the crystal skulls continue to fascinate, reminding us of the enduring allure of ancient mysteries. And with that, our exploration of lost technologies takes us to another astonishing sight, the Longyou caves. What secrets lie hidden within these massive man-made caverns? That's a story we'll uncover next. Now, let's journey to the heart of China, where another astonishing mystery awaits, the Longyou caves. Hidden beneath the surface in Zhejiang province, these massive man-made caverns have baffled researchers since their discovery in the early 1990s. Carved into solid sandstone, the caves are a marvel of ancient engineering, with their sheer scale and precision raising questions about who built them, how they were constructed, and why they remain one of the most enigmatic sites in the world. The Longyou caves consist of at least 24 large caverns, each meticulously carved with smooth walls, intricate pillars, and detailed patterns. What makes these caves truly remarkable is their uniformity and the advanced techniques required to create them. The walls are adorned with parallel chisel marks, suggesting the use of sophisticated tools and methods far beyond what we typically associate with ancient civilizations. The precision of the carvings is so exact that it's hard to believe they were crafted over 2,000 years ago, during a time when such engineering feats were thought to be impossible. One of the most puzzling aspects of the Longyou caves is their purpose. Unlike other ancient structures, there are no records, inscriptions, or artifacts left behind to explain why they were built. Some theories suggest they served as underground storage facilities, while others propose they were used for ceremonial or religious purposes. Another intriguing idea is that they were part of a larger, undiscovered complex, possibly linked to ancient Chinese dynasties or even earlier, unknown cultures. Yet, without concrete evidence, their true function remains a mystery. The engineering behind the caves is equally perplexing. The sandstone in which they are carved is relatively soft, making it prone to collapse if not supported properly. Despite this, the caves have stood the test of time, with their ceilings and walls remaining intact for centuries. This suggests that the builders had an advanced understanding of structural engineering, possibly using techniques that have since been lost to history. The sheer volume of rock removed to create these caves, estimated to be over 1 million cubic meters, also raises questions about the labor and resources required for such a project. How did an ancient society manage such a feat without modern machinery? Adding to the mystery is the lack of historical records mentioning the caves. Despite their size and complexity, there is no mention of them in ancient texts or local folklore. This absence of documentation has led some to speculate that the caves were deliberately hidden, perhaps to protect a secret or preserve knowledge for future generations. Others believe that the caves may have been rediscovered multiple times throughout history, only to be forgotten again, leaving their origins shrouded in mystery. As we stand in awe of the Longyou caves, we're reminded of the incredible ingenuity of ancient civilizations. These caverns are not just a testament to human creativity and determination, but also a reminder of how much we still have to learn about our past. What drove these ancient builders to undertake such a monumental task? What secrets do these caves hold, and why have they remained unexplained for so long? The answers may lie buried within the walls of these enigmatic structures, waiting to be uncovered. And with that, our exploration of lost technologies takes us to another marvel of ancient engineering, the Baalbek stones. What secrets do these massive stone blocks hold? That's a story we'll delve into next. Now, shifting our focus to the ancient city of Baalbek in modern-day Lebanon, we encounter one of the most astonishing architectural feats of the ancient world, the Baalbek stones. These massive stone blocks, some weighing over 1,000 tons, form the foundation of the Temple of Jupiter, a structure that has puzzled historians and engineers for centuries. The sheer size and precision of these stones raise questions about the capabilities of the civilization that built them and the methods they used to achieve such monumental construction. The Baalbek stones are not just large, they are colossal. The largest of these blocks, known as the Stone of the Pregnant Woman, measures approximately 20 meters in length, 4 meters in height, and 4 meters in width, weighing an estimated 1,200 tons. To put that into perspective, that's heavier than 3 fully loaded Boeing 747 airplanes. The question of how these stones were quarried, transported, and precisely placed remains one of the greatest mysteries of ancient engineering. The quarry where these stones were cut lies about 900 meters from the temple site. The precision with which the stones were extracted is remarkable, with clean, straight cuts that suggest the use of advanced tools and techniques. Some researchers believe that the ancient builders used a combination of wedges, levers, and possibly even water to split the stone, though the exact methods remain unclear. What's even more baffling is how these massive blocks were moved from the quarry to the construction site. The terrain is uneven and the distance is significant, yet the stones were transported and lifted into place with astonishing accuracy. One theory suggests that the builders used a system of rollers, ramps, and pulleys to move the stones, though this would have required an enormous workforce and a level of coordination that seems almost impossible for the time. Another intriguing idea is that the stones were moved using a technique called rocking, where the blocks were tilted back and forth on wooden beams, gradually inching them forward. However, even this method would have been incredibly labor-intensive and time-consuming, leaving many to wonder if there was a lost technology or technique that made the process more efficient. The placement of the stones is another mystery. The precision with which they were fitted together is so exact that not even a thin blade can be inserted between them. This level of craftsmanship suggests a deep understanding of geometry and engineering, as well as access to tools and techniques that have since been lost to history. Some have even speculated that the builders used a form of ancient concrete or adhesive to ensure the stones stayed in place, though no evidence of such materials has been found. Adding to the intrigue is the question of why these stones were used in the first place. The Temple of Jupiter was already an impressive structure, but the use of such massive blocks seems almost excessive. Some believe that the stones were intended to convey the power and grandeur of the civilization that built them, while others suggest they may have had a symbolic or religious significance. Whatever the reason, the Baalbek stones stand as a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of the ancient world. As we marvel at these colossal stones, we're left with more questions than answers. How did an ancient civilization achieve such a feat without modern machinery? What techniques or technologies did they use that have since been forgotten? And what drove them to undertake such a monumental task? The Baalbek stones remind us that the ancient world was far more advanced than we often give it credit for, and that there are still mysteries waiting to be uncovered. With that, our journey through lost technologies takes us to another enigmatic artifact, the Ubaid Lizardmen statues. What secrets do these ancient figures hold? That's a story we'll explore next. Now, let's turn our attention to a discovery that challenges our understanding of ancient art and culture: the Ubaid Lizardmen statues. Unearthed in modern-day Iraq, these enigmatic figurines date back to the Ubaid period, around 5,000 to 4,000 years before the Common Era. What makes these statues so fascinating is their unusual depiction of humanoid figures with distinctly reptilian features, elongated heads, almond-shaped eyes, and lizard-like bodies. These peculiar characteristics have sparked endless debate among archaeologists and historians, leaving us to wonder about the culture that created them and the meaning behind their strange design. The Ubaid culture, which thrived in Mesopotamia long before the rise of the Sumerians, is often overshadowed by its more famous successors. Yet, these statues suggest that the Ubaid people had a rich and complex belief system. The Lizardmen figurines are often found in domestic settings, such as homes and temples, leading some to believe they held a religious or spiritual significance. Some researchers propose that the statues represent deities or supernatural beings worshipped by the Ubaid people, possibly linked to fertility or protection. Others suggest they might depict shamanic figures or even ancestors, symbolizing a connection between the human and animal worlds. One of the most intriguing theories is that the statues reflect a form of ancient storytelling or mythology. The reptilian features could symbolize transformation, rebirth, or a bridge between the earthly and the divine. Alternatively, some have speculated that the Ubaid people may have encountered beings or creatures that inspired these depictions, though this idea remains highly controversial and lacks concrete evidence. What's clear is that the Ubaid culture placed great importance on these figurines, as they were carefully crafted and often buried with the dead, suggesting they played a role in rituals or the afterlife. The craftsmanship of the statues is another point of fascination. Despite their age, the figurines display a remarkable level of detail, from the intricate patterns on their bodies to the expressive faces that seem to convey emotion. This level of artistry indicates that the Ubaid people had advanced skills in sculpting and a deep understanding of symbolism. Yet, the tools and techniques they used remain a mystery, as no evidence of their methods has been found. Were these statues created using simple tools, or did the Ubaid culture possess knowledge that has since been lost? Adding to the mystery is the question of why the Ubaid culture chose to depict humanoid figures with reptilian features. Reptiles, such as snakes and lizards, often hold symbolic significance in ancient cultures, representing wisdom, healing, or danger. Could the Ubaid statues be an early representation of these themes, or do they hint at a deeper, more complex belief system that we have yet to fully understand? The lack of written records from the Ubaid period makes it difficult to answer these questions, leaving us to rely on the statues themselves for clues. As we examine these ancient artifacts, we're reminded of how much we still have to learn about the cultures that came before us. The Ubaid Lizardmen statues challenge our assumptions about ancient art and religion, offering a glimpse into a world that was both familiar and profoundly different from our own. What inspired the Ubaid people to create these strange and captivating figures? And what do they tell us about the way ancient civilizations viewed themselves and the world around them? These questions linger as we move forward in our exploration of lost technologies, bringing us to another fascinating mystery: the ancient site of Gobekli Tepe. What secrets does this prehistoric temple hold? That's a story we'll uncover next. Now, let's journey to a site that rewrites the very timeline of human history, Gobekli Tepe. Nestled in modern-day Turkey, this ancient temple complex dates back an astonishing 11,000 to 12,000 years, making it thousands of years older than Stonehenge and even the Great Pyramid of Giza. What makes Gobekli Tepe so extraordinary is not just its age, but the sheer sophistication of its construction. The site consists of massive stone pillars, some weighing several tons, arranged in circular formations and adorned with intricate carvings of animals, symbols, and abstract designs. These pillars were not just stacked haphazardly. They were carefully shaped, transported, and erected with a level of precision that challenges our understanding of prehistoric societies. The purpose of Gobekli Tepe has been the subject of intense debate among archaeologists. Unlike later temples, which were often built by settled agricultural communities, Gobekli Tepe predates the advent of farming and permanent settlements. This raises a profound question. How did a society of hunter-gatherers, who were presumably nomadic, organize the labor and resources needed to construct such a monumental site? Some researchers believe Gobekli Tepe served as a religious or ceremonial center, a place where early humans gathered for rituals, feasts, or communal gatherings. The carvings of wild animals, such as lions, foxes, and birds, may have held symbolic meaning, possibly representing spirits, deities, or even constellations. Another layer of mystery surrounds the deliberate burial of Gobekli Tepe. Around 8,000 years before the Common Era, the site was intentionally filled in with soil and debris, effectively preserving it for millennia. Why would such a significant and labor-intensive structure be abandoned and buried? Some theories suggest that the site's purpose had become obsolete, perhaps due to changes in belief systems or societal organization. Others propose that the burial was a form of ritual closure, a way to honor or protect the sacred space. Whatever the reason, this act of preservation has allowed Gobekli Tepe to survive largely intact, offering us a rare glimpse into the minds and capabilities of our ancient ancestors. The construction techniques used at Gobekli Tepe are equally baffling. The pillars were quarried from nearby limestone deposits, shaped using stone tools, and then transported to the site, a feat that would have required significant coordination and ingenuity. The precision of the carvings, with their detailed depictions of animals and geometric patterns, suggests that the builders had a deep understanding of symbolism and artistry. Yet no evidence of the tools or methods used has been found, leaving us to wonder how such a project was accomplished without the technology we associate with later civilizations. Gobekli Tepe challenges many of our assumptions about the development of human society. It suggests that complex social organization, religious practices, and monumental architecture may have emerged much earlier than previously thought, long before the rise of agriculture or cities. This raises intriguing questions about the nature of early human communities and the forces that drove them to create such impressive structures. Were they responding to environmental changes, spiritual needs, or something else entirely? The answers remain elusive, but the site continues to inspire awe and curiosity. As we reflect on the mysteries of Gobekli Tepe, we're reminded of how much we still have to learn about our past. This ancient temple stands as a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of early humans, offering a tantalizing glimpse into a world that was far more complex than we once imagined. What other secrets lie buried beneath the sands of time? That's a question we'll continue to explore as we delve into the next chapter of our journey through the lost technologies of the ancients, the enigmatic shroud of Tarim. What does this ancient relic reveal about the intersection of faith, history, and science? That's a story we'll uncover next. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most debated relics in human history, the Shroud of Tarim. This ancient linen cloth, measuring approximately 14 feet long and 3.5 feet wide, is believed by many to bear the faint image of a man who appears to have suffered crucifixion. For centuries, the shroud has been venerated as the burial cloth of Jesus Christ, making it a focal point of both religious devotion and scientific scrutiny. But what does the evidence say about its origins, and why does it remain such a profound mystery? The Shroud of Tarim first gained widespread attention in the late 14th century when it surfaced in Lycurgus, France. However, its history before this period is shrouded in uncertainty. Some claim it was secretly passed down through generations, while others argue it may have been created during the medieval period. The shroud's most striking feature is the faint, ghostly image of a man with wounds consistent with crucifixion, including marks on the wrists, feet, and side, as well as what appears to be a crown of thorns. This haunting image has led many to believe it is a direct imprint of Jesus' body, while skeptics argue it could be an elaborate forgery. Scientific analysis of the shroud has only deepened the mystery. In the late 1970s, researchers were granted unprecedented access to the relic, conducting a series of tests to determine its age and authenticity. One of the most significant studies involved radiocarbon dating, which suggested the shroud originated between the years 1260 and 1390. This result seemed to support the theory that it was a medieval creation. However, critics of the study point to potential contamination of the sample or errors in the testing process, arguing that the shroud could be much older. Further analysis has revealed intriguing details about the image itself. The markings on the shroud are not painted or dyed, but appear to be the result of a chemical reaction, possibly caused by a burst of energy. Some researchers have proposed that the image could have been created through a process similar to scorching, while others suggest it might be the result of a natural phenomenon. The precise method of its creation remains unknown, and no modern technology has been able to replicate the shroud's unique characteristics. The debate over the shroud's authenticity is far from settled. Supporters argue that the anatomical details of the image, such as the placement of the wounds and the realism of the figure, are too accurate to be the work of a medieval artist. They also point to pollen grains found on the shroud that are native to the Middle East, suggesting it may have originated in the region. On the other hand, skeptics highlight the lack of historical records mentioning the shroud before the 14th century and the inconsistencies in its radiocarbon dating results. Beyond the scientific and historical debates, the Shroud of Turin holds profound spiritual significance for millions of people around the world. Whether viewed as a sacred relic or an enigmatic artifact, it continues to inspire awe and curiosity. Its very existence challenges us to consider the intersection of faith, history, and science, raising questions about what we can truly know about the past. As we ponder the mysteries of the Shroud of Turin, we're reminded of the enduring power of ancient artifacts to captivate our imaginations and spark debate. What secrets does this linen cloth hold, and what might it reveal about the events of 2,000 years ago? These are questions that may never be fully answered, but they invite us to explore the boundaries of our understanding. And with that, we move forward to our next discovery, the precision-cut stone walls of Sacsayhuaman, a marvel of ancient engineering that continues to baffle experts to this day. Now, let's journey to the heart of the Andes, where the ancient fortress of Sacsayhuaman stands as a testament to the ingenuity of the Inca civilization. Perched high above the city of Cusco, Peru, this massive complex is renowned for its precision-cut stone walls, which have puzzled archaeologists and engineers for centuries. The sheer scale and intricacy of these walls raise a compelling question. How did the Inca achieve such remarkable precision without the use of modern tools or technology? The walls of Sacsayhuaman are constructed from enormous limestone blocks, some weighing more than 100 tons. What makes these stones truly extraordinary is the way they fit together. Each block is meticulously shaped to interlock with its neighbors, creating a seamless, mortarless structure. The joints between the stones are so tight that not even a sheet of paper can slide between them. This level of precision is astonishing, especially considering the tools available to the Inca, primarily bronze and stone implements. One of the most debated aspects of Sacsayhuaman's construction is how the Inca managed to cut and transport these massive stones. The limestone used in the walls was quarried from a site several kilometers away, requiring the stones to be moved uphill to their current location. Theories about how this was accomplished range from the use of wooden rollers and ramps to the possibility of advanced techniques that have since been lost to history. Some researchers even suggest that the Inca may have employed a form of softening or molding the stone, though this remains speculative. The precision of the stone cutting process is equally baffling. The blocks are not only perfectly fitted, but also feature complex angles and curves, suggesting a sophisticated understanding of geometry and engineering. Some experts believe the Inca used a combination of trial and error, meticulous measurement, and perhaps even templates to achieve such accuracy. Others propose that the stones were shaped using a technique called pecking, where workers repeatedly struck the surface with harder stones to gradually refine its shape. However, this method would have required an extraordinary amount of time and labor, raising further questions about the resources and organization of the Inca civilization. Adding to the mystery is the fact that the walls of Sacsayhuaman have withstood centuries of earthquakes, a testament to their durability and the ingenuity of their design. The interlocking pattern of the stones not only creates a visually striking effect, but also provides structural stability, allowing the walls to absorb and distribute seismic forces. This level of engineering sophistication is remarkable, especially for a civilization that did not use the wheel or iron tools. Despite the many theories, the true methods behind the construction of Sacsayhuaman's walls remain elusive. Were the Inca masters of techniques that have since been forgotten? Did they possess knowledge that surpassed what we typically attribute to ancient civilizations? Or is there another explanation that we have yet to uncover? These questions continue to fuel both scholarly debate and public fascination. As we marvel at the precision and durability of Sacsayhuaman's walls, we're reminded of the incredible achievements of the Inca and the enduring mysteries they left behind. Their ability to create such monumental structures with seemingly primitive tools challenges our understanding of ancient engineering and invites us to reconsider what we think we know about the past. And with that, we turn our attention to the final chapter of our journey, the remarkable voyages of the ancient Polynesians, whose mastery of the seas remains one of history's greatest navigational feats. Now let's set sail across the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, where the ancient Polynesians achieved what many considered impossible, navigating thousands of miles of open water without the aid of modern instruments. These remarkable seafarers ventured across the largest ocean on Earth, discovering and settling remote islands scattered across its surface. Their voyages stand as a testament to human ingenuity and an enduring mystery that continues to captivate historians and adventurers alike. The Polynesians' ability to traverse such immense distances was rooted in their deep understanding of the natural world. Unlike later European explorers who relied on compasses and maps, the Polynesians used the stars, currents, and even the behavior of wildlife as their guides. They memorized the positions of hundreds of stars, using them as celestial markers to chart their course. The rising and setting of specific stars helped them determine direction, while the movement of constellations across the night sky provided clues about their latitude. This intricate knowledge of astronomy allowed them to navigate with astonishing precision, even in the absence of visible landmarks, but the stars were only part of the story. The Polynesians also paid close attention to the ocean itself. They observed the patterns of waves and swells, which could indicate the presence of distant islands long before they came into view. Subtle changes in the color and temperature of the water provided additional clues about their location. Even the flight patterns of birds were used to guide them toward land. By combining these observations with their celestial knowledge, the Polynesians developed a sophisticated system of wayfinding that enabled them to explore and settle islands across the Pacific. One of the most intriguing aspects of Polynesian navigation is the construction of their voyaging canoes. These vessels, known as double-hulled canoes, were marvels of ancient engineering. Built from carefully selected materials, they were designed to withstand the harsh conditions of the open ocean. The double-hull design provided stability, while the use of sails allowed them to harness the power of the wind. These canoes were not only durable, but also capable of carrying large quantities of supplies, making them ideal for long-distance voyages. The craftsmanship and ingenuity behind these vessels highlight the Polynesians' advanced understanding of maritime technology. Despite their achievements, much about Polynesian navigation remains shrouded in mystery. How did they develop such precise knowledge of the stars and currents? Were there techniques or tools that have since been lost to history? Some researchers suggest that the Polynesians may have used simple instruments, such as stick charts, to map the ocean's swells and currents. Others believe that their navigational skills were passed down through oral traditions, with master navigators training the next generation in the art of wayfinding. Yet, even with these theories, the full extent of their knowledge remains elusive. The legacy of the Polynesians' voyages is a reminder of humanity's capacity to explore and adapt to even the most challenging environments. Their ability to navigate vast oceans without modern technology challenges our assumptions about ancient civilizations and their capabilities. As we reflect on their achievements, we're left with a profound sense of wonder and a lingering question: what other secrets of the past are waiting to be uncovered? With this final chapter, we conclude our journey through the lost technologies of the ancients, from the precision of Sacsayhuaman's walls to the navigational mastery of the Polynesians. These mysteries remind us that history is far more complex and far more fascinating than we often imagine. If you've enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the mysteries of our past. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep uncovering the secrets of history. As we bring our journey through the lost technologies of the ancients to a close, it's impossible not to marvel at the ingenuity and sophistication of these ancient civilizations. From the Antikythera Mechanism's intricate gears to the Polynesians' mastery of celestial navigation, each discovery challenges our assumptions about the past and reminds us that history is far richer and more complex than we often realize. These lost technologies are not just relics of a bygone era. They are windows into the minds of people who achieved extraordinary feats with the tools and knowledge available to them. What makes these technologies so fascinating is not just their complexity, but the enduring mysteries they leave behind. How did the Romans create concrete that outlasts modern materials? What was the true purpose of the Baghdad battery? And how did the Nazca people etch massive, precise geoglyphs into the desert without a bird's eye view? These questions remind us that there is still so much we don't know, and that the past holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. The stories of these lost technologies also invite us to reflect on the resilience and creativity of humanity. Whether it's the precision of the Great Pyramid's construction or the advanced metallurgy of the Iron Pillar of Delhi, these achievements show that ancient civilizations were capable of extraordinary innovation. They challenge us to rethink what we know about history and to consider the possibility that our ancestors were far more advanced than we give them credit for. But the journey doesn't end here. These mysteries are an open invitation for us to keep exploring, questioning, and learning. What other lost technologies are waiting to be rediscovered? What new insights might they offer into the lives and minds of those who came before us? The answers lie in the hands of archaeologists, historians, and curious minds like yours. If you've enjoyed this exploration of ancient mysteries, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have a favorite lost technology? Or perhaps a theory about one of these enduring enigmas? Let's keep the conversation going. And if you're eager to dive deeper into the secrets of the past, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, let's continue uncovering the wonders of history, one mystery at a time. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep discovering the extraordinary stories of our world.